Let's find some music. Let's find some music. All right. We're only going to play the best sounds in the world tonight, and then we've got a couple of disturbing stories. Oh, by the way, I might look a bit like Billy J. Kramer, but don't worry, because Billy J. Kramer will be appearing, not in spirit. In spirit, you get it? Spirit. All right, here we go. Here we go. I don't think I've got the voice tonight to impersonate our wonderful, beautiful Billy J. Kramer. Now, if you have the 60s, oh, here we are. Here we go. Here we go. Nothing but the best for you lot. You'll never know how much I really love you. You'll never know how much. Tell me if you could hear this. Good evening, Mr. Sportsy Cops. Listen, do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? I've got better things to do than listen to this puffer. I'm not talking about you, Richard. Say the words I love to hear. I'm in love with you. Who would have thought that this chirpy young man could have turned into that hideous drunk that we saw at the Beatle Fest? Let me whisper in your ear. Do-da-do. Say the words I love to hear. I'm in love with you. Do you know what? Billy J. Kramer wasn't even allowed to sing this song at the Beatle Fest because it's a Beatles song. I mean, he'll say, oh, no, it's not. It's a Billy J. Kramer song. But the powers that be say it's a Beatles song, so tough shit, Billy J. Kramer. You can't even sing your own song anymore, which is tragic. But anyway, we'll carry on because I've got another Billy J. Kramer record here too. It sounds like the Beatles. It could be. That's what I said. Do you know what? He could have been John Lennon. What was so good about hello, Michael? What was so good about John Lennon that wasn't so good about Billy J. fucking Kramer? All right. I mean, like I said, it's just God's will that puts people where they are. It is. It is. Yeah. Yeah. Harvey Milk. Anyway. Anyway, listen, I've got some statistics. And I know you have been pre-COVID, Mick. I know you have been a little bit creepy around Mr. Mayo at the moment, which is up to you. It's perfectly up to you. But I've got a dire warning for that man. And people are saying, oh, why don't you leave him alone now? He's all retired. And no, because this is important. And this is, listen, Mr. Mayor, how can I take the piss out of you if you're dead? Right now, this is a big problem. You know, that it takes all the fun out of it. Now, if I've worked out that as a postman, you probably, because I'm just judging by my own experience as a postman, maybe American postmen have a very easy time and they do 10 houses. I don't know. But what I used to do is do about, I don't know, 300 houses, I guess, and it covered quite a big area sometimes. Some walks were good, some walks were bad. But the thing is, I probably covered about 5 miles a day. Now, that was a 6-day week. 6-day week. So that's 30 miles a week. Now, in 2 weeks, that's Mr. Mayo walking from London to the coast of England, which is in Brighton, London to Brighton. Now, if you want to see how far that is, there is a train journey called London to Brighton in 1 minute. It's an old 1950s film, but you know it's been speeded up to make the journey last 1 minute. The thing is, it doesn't last 1 minute. It lasts an hour on a train And if you was walking it, yeah, you could probably do it in a day if you was walking fast, but 60 miles is a fucking long way to walk. And what I'm saying is that every day you're retired, you haven't walked 5 miles. And like I said, in 4 weeks, you've walked from London to Brighton and back to London again. And now you're not doing it. But in the meantime, while you're not walking it, you'll be saying, oh, well, I fancy some extra Pop-Tarts this morning. And then that's it. You'll be dead. You'll be dead. So I'm just warning you now. It's serious. It is serious. You think I'm taking the piss? I'm not, because I've seen this happen to postmen. I'm talking to your specific trade. I know what happens to postmen. It's not a pretty sight. And listen, we're going to put the postman song on for him, because now you've said that word. I hope we got it. I hope we got it. Let's just hope that we don't have to make this your eulogy, Mr. Mayo. We got a lot of postman songs here. A lot of postman songs, but this is the one we want. Oh, here we go. This is your first one, Mr. Mayo.
Oh, yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Hey, Mr. Postman. Oh, yes, wait a minute.
This is the Stereo American album called, I think it's called, I can't see the title, it's too small. What's this one here? Sounds like the English one. All right, just before you all die of boredom. She's playing the drums as well, you know. She's a pretty good drummer for a woman. Well, no, actually, now listen. I mean, listen. You mentioned this hitchhike to the bathroom and back. Mr. Mayor, I know it's a scary time. You're a pensioner, you're an old geezer. If you get a gang of young punks approaching you in the street with their flick knives and their teddy boy hair, right? What are you going to do? You've got to hand over your wallet, haven't you? So the good thing, because I mean, America's a madhouse at the moment. People just guns, isn't it? Eh? What a bunch of loonies, eh? Hey, we all think you're a bunch of loonies over in Europe. We do. We think you're bonkers. But it's your right to be bonkers. That's not a problem. But what is a problem is we're trying to protect Mr. Mayo in his retirement here. And so, listen, Mr. Mayo, what you've got to do, my wife, she's a busy lady. You know, she's at executive stress. And she's got all the home exercise equipment, so, you know, she doesn't have to go to the gym. You know, you haven't always got time to get to the gym, but she's got all the bits and pieces round here in her little gymnasium room. And you know what? That's what you need to do. You need to get a bicycle, one of those exercise bicycles, and you also need to, you know, those treadmill things that you get. And then that way you can walk and you can also do other things at the same time. You can listen to the Beatles whilst you're walking, but you can get that 5 miles a day done. Because if you don't, you're going to die. It sounds terrible, doesn't it? But listen, am I caring sort of a bloke? All right, I didn't want to say happy 10 years to you. Why should I? Why should I? You've been nothing but trouble. You haven't. But at the same time, like I said, why should I want to kill you? Why would I want to be complicit in that? I'm trying to give you some helpful advice. And listen here, this sounds bitchy. You can fucking take it or you can ignore it. And at your peril, sir. At your peril. And if you don't believe me, you get on them scales every Saturday and you see the damage that's getting done. Anyway, we're going to do some more Postman songs. This is our eulogy to Mr. Mayo if he should die this week. We've all been waiting for this one. Let's hear it all the way through. Mr. Mayo was a good man. He loved the Beatles. He cared about Kenny Loggins.
I got your letter from the postman just the other day. So I decided to write you this song. Just to let you know exactly the way I feel. To let you know my love's for real.
Listen, I don't want to stop this song at such an intense moment, but yes, somebody did say up there that he should be. Exactly, that's what I thought. I thought, is he trying to be Irish? Because he don't look Irish. He looks like a Dago to me. And you know what? John Lennon didn't like Dagos because he said, "Don't let another day go by, my love." Oh dear. Anyway, listen, we're going to get back onto the song because I love you, also known as open brackets the Postman song, close brackets, and apparently it was a US #1. Bruh. Right, let's go. Oh, Frederick. I bet you like the Postman song, don't you? Just think, Fred, you was probably sitting at home, like, waiting for your check to come through, and it was probably Mr. Mayo who was posting it through your letterbox. Eh? And you could have come out and said, "Listen, I'm a fan of yours." Because I love you. Yeah. Here we go. Shh.
I'll do anything. I'll give you my heart, my everything.
Very heavy, isn't it?
Because I love you. I'll be right by your side.
Well, as soon as my wife gets me a new laptop, I'll be able to do this. But I'm on my telephone at the moment, so we're under strict restraining order, you might say. But it's not to stop you from having your stream, because I can actually go onto yours, but I can't get you onto mine. I know it's complicated.
Just let me reassure you that you can count on me, that I'll always be around.
Yeah.
Because I love you. My heart's an open door. Girl, won't you please come on here? Because I love you. I'll be right by your side.
No, you know what? Mr. Mayo's the sort of bloke, and we had one. The Pod family, they lived sort of like in the council estate, and they was as stupid as stupid are, right? And they won the lottery, and guess what? He got himself a new motorbike, and he smashed it into the wall of the railway station on the first day because he forgot to pass his test before he bought the bloody thing and started riding it. So that was day one of getting his fortune. Day two was getting a load of stuff from IKEA and filling up their dirty old council house and making it look like the Palace of Versailles. And I thought to myself, this is people with no class. They just don't even want to move out the area. Well, my mum lives round the corner. No, you go to the area, you say, I fucking dreamt about this house and those posh people inside, and come the revolution, I was going to take them down. Their head was going to be on a stick, and I was going to have that view for myself. And that's the house I'm going to have. where I'm going to be taken over from them posh bastards, and this is my house now, and those trees that your grandfather planted, now I'm looking at them. They're my squirrels. Now get off my land. No, I would be a very good landlord. I would be as merciful as John Heaton, because, you know, we have to keep levels of civilization up. And although the working classes do need to be hit with a hard stick from time to time, including myself, there's also a time where the working class should be treated to a few beers down the pub by the landlord. And if he's too cheap to buy it, at least he should come down and join us and let us pay for him. Because, you know, it's the way it is. It's the way it is. Anyway, now let's finish this beautiful song off. One more time, baby. There should have been a verse in that. That's a really naff mid-late, isn't it?
If you should feel that I don't really care, and that you're starting to lose,
was Richard about Richie Rich?
let me reassure you that you can count on me, and I will always be around.
Yeah, I forgot my wallet. Who do you think you are? John Heaton?
Girl, won't you please come on here?
Yeah.
Because I love you. I'll be right by your side, to be alive, to be your guide.
All right. That was good, wasn't it? That was a good one. This is another good one. We're going to go back to 1969. So you kids at home, guitar historian types, Tim Allen types, you early 70s people, you fit to be tie-dyers.
Something told me
This is for you.
when I saw you and something deep down in my soul.
Well, I would trade this record for the entire Yellow Submarine album. Afraid to say, I would. If you're really good, I might play Have You Seen Her a bit later on, but you'll have to remind me. I'll talk about Thomas Markle's heart attacks shortly. Thomas Markle has had another heart attack, and this one measures 9.0 on the Richter scale. It was a disaster. I knew he was going to do that, though. I knew he was going to do that.
I was just sitting here thinking about you kissing you. With the reflection in the glass that I held tonight.
It's upsetting me, that song. It's like I said, you know what? You know, I get the black dog sometimes, I do, especially after seeing one of my favourite cats was brutally killed by ending up in between a slamming door. And it very much upset me because it was the mother of one of my cats, whom it was very upset about it. And also I was very upset about Billy J. Kramer stooping to that level. The race is almost won. What are you Americans going to do about the British invaders? Are they just going to die? Like the Doughboys, they're just going to die. Nobody cares about them. No.
Iron trees smell of the air, but with the ring they stand and stare through eyes that neither know nor care where the grass is.
That's a good one, isn't it, eh?
Murray, where's your milk white skin? What's that snuggle on your chin? Buried in the rock gut gin, you played a lost not one. You played a house that can't be beat. Now look, your head's bowed in defeat. You walk too far along the street where only
rats can run. Pearly Spencer. Oh, talking of good tracks. Was this man suave or was he suave? Hey?
when you're young and so in love as we, and bewildered by the world we see.
I'm quite happy to answer your questions, everybody. So if you'd like to ask away, I'll give you the answers. I don't know. I was going to do a video about the art of the Beatles, but you know, I think I was going to get so angry because I downloaded a load of McCartney paintings, a load of Ringo Starr and John Lennon art, and I think George Harrison actually wins for having the most honest picture, which is a childhood painting of a Moog synthesizer or something, you know, electronic sounds. But that proves the artistic value of the Beatles as artists, like children with crayons, really. Listen, this is like Stephen Schnee show. We remember the forgotten tracks. Me, baby, baby, can't you my beat? Now this is a good question, Dave. What I would suggest is it depends very much on the lady. I know you think this is a sitting on the fence sort of point of view, but it is not. Believe you me, there are times, I mean, if you think, listen, I'm going to go for broke on this date, I'm going to jump her bones at the end of the evening because I think she's up for it. Now, listen, it's a win or lose situation, and in those cases, you do not masturbate before the occasion. You go there and you think, yes, I'm in quids in here and I'm going to get what I want tonight. That's it. Nothing's going to stop me. Nothing's going to stop me. Not even chains is going to stop me. So anyway, that's one way of doing it. Or else, now this has happened to me many times, I've thought to myself, now listen, this girl's a very pretty girl. She's working down a nice shop. She's got respectable parents living in the uptown region of town. Now, a man could do a lot worse than that. Plus, she speaks with a plum in her mouth and she's got a big wobbly bum bum. So, listen, I think I might want a second date with this lady. So the best thing is not to get overexcited on the first date. So in these conditions, you go into the bathroom and you go, and then you wash yourself off, put some aftershave on, and then you scuttle off down to the date, and you're cool and relaxed. And you know, even if she grabs your nuts, you're going to be slightly, you know, you're going to be like, please, I would like to make this moment last. Now stop it. Get off me. And then she feels ashamed of herself, but she says, I'm sorry about what I did last night. And then you say, listen, I knew from the moment I saw you that I wanted you, but I want to do it to you in the right place. And you say, oh, where are you going to take me? Saint-Tropez. And then you say, no, down the alleyway behind the kebab shop. Anyway, let's get on with the music. Any more questions, any more wisdom required? I'm here for them, probably in the next hour.
When I feel you put your arms around me, baby, baby, take you in my heartbeat. And I'm glad and I'm mighty glad you found me, baby, baby, take you in my heartbeat. When you ask me to leave your mind, I lose a baby,
Going far, yeah.
yeah, so pounding on my heartbeat. You're the one I love.
Have you turned into two people, pre-code Mike? Here we go, here we go. Well, I don't know, tonight you might have split up like the Magician Apprentice. Poor old Hines, he had a rough life. And here, listen, in a way, he was another British invader, because although it was pre-British invasion that they got to #1 with Telstar, and that man died with £5 in his pocket, probably £5 too much. But, you know, it's like Tiny Tim dying on stage. What do you do for your musical heroes? You just get them back on stage when they're pensioners, when they're too old to sing, and you say, perform for us, you monkeys, perform for us. Well, I've had enough of it. It makes me sick.
Troubles may come, and troubles may go, but they always find me ready. Upon the hill, playing still, just like Eddie.
House of Horror.
Whenever you sigh, whenever you blue, whenever your troubles are heavy, beneath the stars you play your guitars, just like Eddie. Come on, everybody. The troubles may come, the troubles may go, but they'll always find me ready. Upon the hill, I'm playing still, just like Eddie. So whenever you sigh, whenever you blue, whenever you...
Come on. Oh, this is a good one. This is a psychedelic classic. Yeah, we're not a fan of Catholic Church.
So I'm going to unpack all my things and sit before it gets too late.
I wish I'd written this song.
I know that we shall meet again if your memory serves you well. Wheels on fire, rolling down the road.
Is it Dylan? Right? Was it? Ah, Jimmy Nichols arrived. Well, we've got a question and answer thing going on here, so if you need questions answered, I will answer. Do you remember on that film, The 39 Steps? I think, is it Hitchcock or is it Agatha Christie? I don't know. Maybe it's both of them. But there's a bit where there's this bloke called Mr. Memory. And it's ridiculous plot because they sort of say, oh, ask Mr. Memory. And Mr. Memory has to give the answer and then they shoot him. Well, don't do that to me tonight. Just ask me a question and I'm protected by bulletproof ironworks. So fear not. Fear not. I don't worry about assassination attempts from Pre-Code Mike. Anyway, Mr. Mayo, if he wants to come and pop you, he'll do it anytime he wants because he knows where the record shop is. In fact, he's even been down there before looking for you. And now he knows you're going to be down there about, what, opening time tomorrow until, what, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, giving away all your money, getting in people's way, getting your bloody phone out, talking to tramps. Yeah, that's what it's like a bored housewife. Oh, hello. And so my mum, she used to talk to the dustmen. She's, oh, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And they had the bin on. In them days, you couldn't, it wasn't all like health and safety and bad backs. Your dustmen, they used to carry the bins on their back. And she used to carry on in conversation with them while they were standing there with the bin on their back. And it was like, Mum, why are you being so desperate? Is life that lonely here as a housewife? But I think it was. See a man, rippling muscles and dirt all over his face. And the coalman, she used to pester the coalman as well. Oh, the worst ones were the road sweepers. God, they were dreadful. They were, because they fancied my sister and they was, she was only a youngster. I don't think my mum realised that her random chatting to tradesmen was sort of, encouraging perverts. But anyway, look, the parents can't always get it right, can they? I mean, it's just, my mum's an innocent Catholic woman. She's, well, I know she's a bit, I'm not saying nothing bad about her because she's wonderful. She's a wonderful mum. So what if she's racist? She just don't like black people. Or brown people, or Chinese, or Jewish, or anyone. But if you're Irish or English, you're in with a good chance. And Scottish. She likes Scottish. Don't think she likes Welsh. Fire.
You remember your mom that called on you to call out them, give you your favorite song.
Great fun that, wasn't it? But remember, I can't play these records all the way through. So, tough shit. Now let's find something else. Midnight in Moscow.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
Tune that down.
In other words, hold my hand.
Shh. Yeah, this sounds a bit like Postman Pat and his black and white cat, doesn't it? Postman Pat, Postman Pat.
Counts the days into the years. It's 82 brings many fears. Yesterday.
You know what? This song has got a McCartney disease. It's a brilliant song, but it's just got such shit lyrics.
It's so strong, it's hard to believe there's something wrong. Opens with the despair, tries to breathe in some pressure. Conscience cries, it's on your feet, without you, Jack. Tap on knees, Rosa Jack, get off your back, go into town, don't let them down. Oh no.
Postman Pat.
Rosa Jack, get off your back, go into town, don't let them down. Oh
No.
The people that live in the town don't understand. This now. That's why Cheryl takes her love, looking in hell. Husbands won't breakfast tables, no milk, no eggs.
Oh, next song coming up is going to be Buddy Holly. Tribute to Buddy Holly. What a classic. Brilliant. Going to town, don't let them down. Yeah. Whoa. You can't get much better than this one, I'll tell you that much. You won't get Stephen Snee playing stuff as good as this. Buddy Holly.
So was falling, wind was blowing, when the world said goodbye, buddy. Still I know you live on. Of his song.
Oh. Yeah. All right. Moving on now.
Remember when you ran away?
Yeah, so Thomas Markle he's having a heart attack every time he's got to come to England.
You left me anyhow, and then
The man's fucking spongy, a complete spongy. He's being used by other people.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha.
Oh!
You thought it was a joke, and so you laughed. You laughed when I had said that losing you would make me flip my lid.
Well,
you know you laughed. I heard you laugh. You laughed and laughed, and then...
Here we go. Listen, we're not messing about here today. We're moving on. That's what I'm doing with my life. I'm moving on. Same song.
Your multilingual business friend. Pack the bags and play.
Yeah, moving on. Yes.
You wander around on your own.
For status quo fans out there, put it to the vote. I might play Pictures of Matchstick Men. I'm borderline with it. But if enough people say yay, I will play it.
When we both disagree,
Yeah.
because to reason is not what you care for.
All right. Come on then, yo. British Invaders. Look, Eric Burdon, he's dead. Chaz Chandler, he's got to be dead, hasn't he? Alan Price, he's dead too. All these people, all British Invaders, dead. Even Richard O'Sullivan's been put in a special house for dead actors. So why can't we look after our British Invaders? Hey, get in touch with Boris Johnson, President Biden, Kamala Harris. Give respect to our white people. Man about the house. Yeah, man about the house. Yeah, he's in Bridlington Hall and with Pete Murray and the Beverly Sisters. And Norman Wisdom was too much hassle, so they threw him out. Oh, Fluff Freeman died there too. He tried to top himself three times because he was having dreams about rent boys. But his arthritis meant that he couldn't get it up anymore. Terrible decay. Well, John, how have you been doing today? Well, I've just been doing things today, Fluff. Well, wonderful. Listen, I've got an original interview of the prelude to Billy J. Kramer's gig at the Beatle Fest, and a friend of a friend gave it to me, and it wasn't a bootleg that I got from the Beatles Fest. I got it from outside the Beatle Fest. Anyway, if I could just play this tape for you, it's quite telling. If you'll just give me a minute. Here we go. I'll just let you know that the two players involved here are Kenny Michaels and Billy J. Kramer, from what we know. All right, let's put the tape on then. But Kenny, I can't go out there. I'm shaking. Listen to me. I got you over here on EasyJet. It cost me $200. Are you going to give me anything for it? Please, I haven't sung these songs for ages. I've written it on cardboard for you. I'm going to hold it up in front of you. Please do what I'm asking you to do. But the crowd don't want to see. The crowd don't fucking know. They just think it's a Beatle thing. They haven't seen you. I've put pictures up all over the foyer of you in 1964. But I don't look like that anymore. I'm all old and fat. And I'm all fucked up because my wife left me. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. Please, get your guitar. Oh, will you please go and get your guitar? Now, Kenny, don't do it to me, please don't. The crowd want to see you. Look out the door. They're all waiting for you. They're waiting for you, Billy. There's only about 20 people out there. And Beatle Brad's there too. I see him in the audience. He's filming this. Really? Beatle Brad's out there? Well, I'm a bit nervous. I don't think I can go out. I haven't been out on stage for a long time, not since Butlins. Listen, I got a bottle I got a bottle of scotch for you. Oh, great. Can I have some now? Okay, I'll just give you a little tumbler, just a little tumbler, okay? And you promise you go on, be a good boy, sing those 5 songs. Oh, neither Lennon McCartney. No, do not sing. Do you want to know a secret? And you can only sing 1 song from your new album, The New Revolver, okay? Oh, 30 minutes. 30 minutes is all you got to do for me, baby. Okay? Oh, Kenny, I believe in you. I'm going out there now. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Billy J. Kramer. And that's where the tape ends. So, yeah, it's quite telling that he was tricked onto stage that night. Sorry about that. It's horrible. Horrible. Anyway, let's get on with the songs. We don't want anything too obscure. We want stuff that the crowds know. We know all the good stuff. Yeah, we want all the good stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's tempting. He's so fine. Do-lang, 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 do. Oh, you all like this. We love this one. Dun, dun, dun. Now listen to this whilst I roll one up, and I'm also going to go for a wee-wee. So just enjoy the music. Shut up. All right.
I love you still. I need you, but I can't do one darling. All I have from the start. So do me a favor, brother, don't break my heart. I'll be over at 10, you told me time and again, but so late. I wait around again. I run to the door, I can't take anymore. It's not you. You let me down again. Baby, baby, try to find a little time, and I'll make you happy. I'll be home, I'll be beside the phone, waiting for you. Why do you fill me up? Running up, baby, just to let me down. I'm taking you around, and the worst of all, you never thought, baby, when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you, but I can't do one darling. All I have from the start. So do me a favor, darling, don't break my heart. You are my toy, but I could be the boy you adore. If you just let me know. I do what I do, I'm attracted to you all alone. What do I need to know? Baby, baby, I try to find a little time, and I'll make you happy. I'll be home, I'll be beside the phone with you.
Well, I haven't had a wee-wee yet, but listen, don't worry, it's not going to interfere too much.
I'll never let you see the way my broken heart is hurting.
I'm on the M's at the moment. I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't see that well. The white is burning my cocaine eyes. In the rain. She's come out as Asian every fucking week.
You think that I don't feel love, but what I feel for you is real love. In those eyes I see reflected.
What makes me laugh is that she's about as Asian as a bloke looking at a pot noodle. You know what I mean? Well, I'm talking Asian in the American sense, because in the English sense, an Asian is a Pakistani, Pakistani, yeah, or an Indian or a Middle Eastern. In fact, what we call in England, and I'm afraid to say this is deemed as it's deemed as a racist word, so I'm going to say it without using the first letter. The Aki world starts around for some people it starts as early as Italy, but for most of us it starts around about Turkey area. So from Turkey to the edge of India and Sri Lanka, and as north as Afghanistan, it is Aki land to us. But we, in a more polite way, would describe these people as Asians. Now, for people with the Oriental appearance, and that's quite an old-fashioned expression, but Oriental once upon a time could mean anything from Turkey to Shanghai. But basically, Orientals to most English people means you're Bruce Lee's, you know, you're Chinaman, you're Chinaman looking. Now, this goes from Japan to Indonesia to Burma, basically. And that's what we call chinkies. Now, that sounds racist as well, but it's better than, because you people say Asians and then you're talking about chinkies and we're thinking Asians, Akis. I just want to make that clear to you, because this is how we get muddled up. She's an Asian. Oh, is she? She's got a big wobbly bum and big boobies. Have you ever seen an Asian before? They've got flat asses and flat heads. No, not that Asian. Bollywood Asian. Anyway, listen, we can't right the wrongs of the world, as some woman told me at the bus stop once. But let's have some fun songs. I think we should go on to the 70s as well, just in case guitar historians listening. If you are a guitar historian, welcome to the show. And hello, because we love you. Oh, yeah, here we go. Now, he'd probably like this song, Guitar Historian. I know it's a little bit tepid for him, because, you know, he's more about free, isn't he? You know, there's you in the room. We had this album when I was growing up around my house, though. It was called The Best of Bread, The Sound of Bread. Good album. Or is just sentimental rose-coloured spetties? Is that what it is? Miles and miles a day. Remember, I've got to go for a wee. Night after night, we treat you right, baby. It's the guitar man. Who's on the radio? You don't listen to the guitar man. Let me come to town and the streets, baby. Yeah, Mick, actually, I was just thinking, right, you've been through it with the American woman before, haven't you? Now, I know, listen, I wouldn't want to encourage any man to get married who should just not be married. But if he was perhaps getting lonely, perhaps you could get yourself like an Oriental lady, you know, not like Yoko, but one a bit younger, you know, and well, you can't get much fucking, well, there's enough younger than 95, isn't there? So, listen, you could get yourself a woman like that, and Eva, she'd look after you in your old age and help you with your ecclesiastical duties, whatever they call it, and also there is a downside to the Oriental ladies are cold as ice. Now we've got a black cleaner at work. She comes in, she's no fun, but and you know she's tribal. She's from fucking Umbungo land, and Ethiopia, I think she's from, but she don't speak a fucking word of English. Of course, I mean, why should you speak English if you come to living in fucking England? Anyway, she probably had about 6 kids by the time she was 10. And she's like always on the phone. It's like, you know, her husband or whoever she's living with has said, you must not talk to these white people. So she comes in and sometimes you have to ask her a question. She looks at you like, you know, and if I was left in a room with her, I'd be frightened if she had a knife in her hand, because she's honestly, she's got this really scary face. It's horrible. It's horrible. And this is people we got coming into the fucking country every 2 seconds now. Fucking hell. Oh, talk about safe to walk the streets. Oh, anyway, listen, let's get on with the sound of bread, shall we? Sheffield and beyond. Good.
Listen to the music and you like you want to get the meaning out of each and every song. Then you find yourself a mess.
Right, and we've got to stop it there because remember, like I told you about copyright. We do not want our stream taken down for copyright violations, sir. It painted Salford smoky tops.
It painted Salford smoky tops on cardboard boxes from the shop.
I'll turn it up for you lot because I know you like it, but and also I've got to cover up the sound of my wee wee. Swap down our street. I think we had this before, didn't we? We got 30 people wanting to know. Now, if you go back to the beginning of the video, everybody, you'll see there's a health warning to Mr. Mayo. As long as we don't get blocked, that is. Anyway.
They said it just makes cats and dogs and matched up men and boots and clubs. And Lowry said that's just the way they stay. And he painted matched up men and matched up cats and dogs. He painted kids on the corner of the street and the market clocks. Now he takes his brush and he waits outside them factory gates to paint his matched up men and matched up cats and dogs. Now canvas and bushes were wearing thin when London started calling him to come on down and wear the old flat cap.
Andrew Dixon. Oh, you're back again. Oh no, he's not. That was an old one.
An ordinary chap. And he painted matched up men and matched up cats and dogs. He painted kids on the corner of the street with the smarting
Folks.
Now he takes his brush and he waits.
Brush. Listen, you'll like this one. You'll like this one because it is British prog rock. Yes, it's as dated as coal mines and Sheffield Steel and Jaguar and the British car industry. They've all gone. They've all gone. Do. Oh, do you remember Lloyd's Bank? Oh, Lloyd's Bank, eh? No. I got my first loan from Lloyd's. You want that? You're gonna get that. You'll get that, Ernie. Yeah.
You could hear your feet pound as they raced across the ground.
and the clatter of the wheels as they spun round and round. And he galloped into Market Street, his badge upon his chest.
What's this kind of English? Have you paid by it back? Eh?
Ernie loved the widow, a lady known as Sue. She lived all alone in Lindley Lane at number 22. They said she was too good for him. She was oldie, fair and chic. But Ernie got his cocoa there 3 times every week. They called him Ernie.
Now listen, I've only got about 15 minutes before I self-destruct. So ask your questions now. I'm listening. I'm all ears, like Prince Charles. YouTube deleted what? Yeah, the Lloyd's loan.
Ernie had a rival, an evil-looking man called Toothunted from Tippington, and he drove the baker's van. He tempted her with his treacle tarts and his tasty oatmeal bread, and when she seen the size of his oatmeal pies...
Listen, Astro Zombie, I was not given the right to speak, because there were more interesting people there, like Robert S. and Beans. Are they the same person? Well, we now know they're 2 separate people. But they never give Billy J. Kramer a chance to speak. At least on this show, we've had that tape. Let's just hope that it don't get in the wrong hands. It's a very sad ending. I don't want to hear this bit.
And as he leapt down from his van, off blood to his veins in course, and he went across to Ernie's.
And he didn't have kick his horse. Come on. Yeah, we like a bit of Cat Stevens. You know what? Sometimes you get, hello, Vinyl Down, nice to see another Englishman. Do you know what? I don't want to, because there's 28 people listening, I want to broadcast this. I don't want to cause trouble for people, but I asked Andrew Dixon for a favour, and he told me to shove it, because I asked him if he could send me the Grand Dude soundtrack, and he's got it. He's keeping it selfishly to himself. I can't download it. I can't find it anywhere on the internet. So I can't get it for free. Now, how can I be a completist if I can't get the Grand Dude soundtracks? All he's got to do, send it to my email address on a cloud, and I can download it, and I'll be happy, and you know. But no. I was going to ask, it's a beautiful egg, but, you know what I mean, I don't think she's in charge of stuff like sending stuff. I think it's her dad that does all the special effects for her videos. Garden. Doesn't it make you feel good, eh? It's a brilliant song. Let's spam it up a bit. As long as my wife don't get angry because she's next door watching The Young and the Restless. But she has to give her man some breathing space to let his musical Flight of Fancies be aired. It's the morning. We'll have Fit to Be Tied On will be floating through the door in a minute. Well, we only play the best songs on this on this channel. It's enough to make Stephen Schneek cry his eyes out, isn't it? And it is available on the wonderful Island Story album. Now listen, I'm going to have to get heavy here. Now let's give Cliff a chance, just for one song, all right? Because it's a good song. And imagine he's not gay. Just imagine he's talking about a woman. Gary doesn't live here anymore. Oh, we got Rick Wakeman here. We've got it on this here memory stick. My entire record collection is the size of a keyhole. How about that? Eh? That don't take up much room. I could put 2 illegal or legal Ukrainian babes in the space that I've saved on records. Yeah, think about that, arseholes. Bruh. All right, you want Bobby Whitlock? You got Bobby Whitlock. Airbrushed out of history. No, not playing that. Not playing that. Oh no, we can't have this song, no.
And now the end is near.
I'm looking for some good stuff.
So I face the
oh, this, if AGK's watching. Down. All right, we ain't got time for that, but what we have got time for is Joan Armatrading. And I don't want to put you off this lovely record, but she made Valerie Singleton's life hell by saying she had lesbian dealings with her. So Valerie Singleton had to go out there and say what a slut she was with other men, you know what I mean? Heartbreaking.
I can smile, but with a little of the roll my head back, really loud.
Larry Flint. Hello, Art Mimi. I was thinking about you today. Not in a sexual way, so don't worry about that. Do you know what? I was so mellowed out that I'd actually smoked a whole joint without even realising. It just happens, you know. So we've had heartbreaking news tonight, Aunt Mimi, about Mr. Mayo's very terrible dilemma he's in. We've worked out that he's losing 30 miles a week, 30 miles a week. And unless he makes those 30 miles up every week, then he's going to be in big trouble, big health trouble. And he really will be the Beatles' biggest fan.
I may but I should just stick to them sometimes and die. With friends I still feel so insecure. Little darling, I believe you can help me now. Just take my hand and keep it where you will. No conversation, no way.
No, you don't even have to do that anymore because Americans are so they get everything delivered to him, so a postman will be delivering his pension directly to him. In fact, I don't even think they do that now. They just put it directly in their bank account, don't they? I haven't seen a paycheck pass my hand in fucking years, I'll tell you that much. I don't know what I'm earning, I don't know what I'm spending. Oh, listen to this sax, listen to this solo, it's brilliant. Just gonna get and have that wee and I'll be back. Well, I haven't got long,
Sing me the love song, but this time with a little dedication. Sing it, sing it, sing it, sing it. You know that's what I like. Once more for the feeling. Sing me the love song, but this time with a little dedication. Sing it, sing it, sing it, sing it. You know that's what I like. With affection, with a little dedication.
Right, listen, what I'm preparing to do is I am preparing to walk next door to collect another beer can without my wife stirring, because I'm thinking I'm going to go next door and she's going to, oh, what are you making all that noise for next door? Please have some consideration. Yeah, so wish me luck. If I don't come back, you know I died trying. Don't worry. Half an hour. Oh no, I don't want to disturb my ears. As long as I'm not. Oh, this is it. I'm in the strong room. Live from the strong room. Okay, so don't worry. Don't worry. Have we had any more messages since the real Aunt Mimi? Is anybody there? Here we go. Let's carry on with the music. Ding, ding. It's Richie Dolan. Are you out there? Oh no, someone maybe Rachel's ghost has come on because I've lost 10 people. I'll have to put some old messages on to look busy. I've got a really strong can of lager now, so look out. There'll be some confessions coming up. Richard, where's Richard? Rich. Oh, hang on, let's put some soundtracks on. Oh, you'll like this one, You'll like this. If you like music. John Barry, Dances with Wolves, 2 Socks. Double Dolan. Hello there, young man. You're just in time. My wife's given me half an hour. Yeah, you know, Why? Yeah. Oh, that's strong. I'll just make myself another joint. Here we are. Oh, I like the end bit, the end theme. Brilliant. Oh, it gets me right. It gets me right there. It does. Oh, yeah. He was being so naive about that Thriller business, wasn't it? And he's got all of his information off Michael Jackson's diehard fanatic Chinesey bitch friend. He wants to keep away from women like that. They're nutters. I'm not staying here to listen to this racism anymore. Goodbye. Do you know, that's what I hate. Why don't people just go rather than tell you, well, oh, I am making an announcement. I'm leaving the theatre. No, just go. Yeah, this is the bit where the cavalry get down the hill looking for the Indians, but the Indians have legged it. Well, listen, I think she's got to about 200 subscribers last I looked, but I don't think she's got to struggle getting past 400. Being realistic here. Indian food, what do you mean, curries, or do you mean Indian food? Like fried worms? There we go. A man should never be forced to drink his own wee-wee. Yeah, if you mean do I like curries, I fucking love curries, man. I love them. I love them. Hot or cold? Hot or cold? Look out, arsehole. And I am brave enough to eat a fowl, but it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant. Yeah, Tika, why not? My wife Mavis, she's on the Madras now, which is pretty impressive because she started off on the Korma. But she will never get to the Vindaloo. She wants it, but I said, listen, you'll regret it. You've got to be. It's an acquired taste, put it that way. A painful experience, but strangely satisfying after you've eaten it and after it's come out the other end. And this all takes about an hour. The taste is in your mouth for about 6 hours and it's beautiful. So that's what you're going for. Like I said, the food just goes in and out and it's very painful going in and it's very quick coming out. But this is cultural, isn't it? It's cultural, Vital Dale. I know people don't need to know about this, but why not? There you go, eh? Here we go. So anyway, listen, if you've got, what is this game? Oh, you went on. I've seen you hanging about, but you see, if I can just tell you people out there, Martin McGrath is an independent trader. Yeah, he's a bit like the Rothschilds. Do you know what? Nobody really trusts him, but they haven't got enough evidence to block him usually. However, like I said, in a paranoid frenzy, a person can reel around and remember your name very quickly, because Mr. McGrath, he does get around. He does get around. He's like I said, he's balanced in what he wants. He was here protecting, I think he was protecting Rachel the other day, saying this is all very distasteful. So you see, but then the next week he's saying what a hideous beast she is, you know what I mean? But he's a balanced character. Same with Mr. Mayo. Mr. Mayo was all like sucking up to him the other day. He was going, oh, it's so good to see you, Martin McGrath. Whoa, 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 whoa. And I thought, what's Martin McGrath said that's so good about? Maybe actually he was defending Mr. Mayo the other day. I don't know. Who knows and who cares? But it's like I said, in a paranoid state like Rachel's ghost, she's got to live with that. She created her own Frankenstein monster. And you know, if I was a liar, Rachel, I would say I'm sorry about this, like all these other people are, but they're not really sorry. They say, it's not me, and you had it coming to you. And that's the thing. I mean, it's a cruel world. You know it is. But you wanted to spit in the flame, didn't you? Hey, that's all you wanted to do. And blah, 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 blah. Let's get some more music on. Okay, okay. Oh, I like this one. This is To Jerusalem. Oh, it's a good one, this. It's not a brilliant film, but it's a good soundtrack. It's called Kingdom of Heaven. You know, a good soundtrack can precede the film sometimes. I've changed my mind. Hang on, what have we got here? I think I'm going to get rid of, no, I'm not. No. Oh, the Adventures of Black Beauty. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, Adventures of Black Beauty. That was a good show. Yeah. Keith Chegwin was in one of the episodes as an escaped soldier. I used to want to fuck the daughter in the series. I bet you in America didn't have TV shows with themes as good as this, did you? Eh? Was it Sunday evenings? I used to think it was like Thursday afternoon or Friday afternoon. I thought, you know, kids hour on ITV or whatever. Sure of that. Maybe you saw it in a different era to me. I was watching it in the 70s. Come on. Yeah, I know. Notice the amount of people talking here. All these hidden Lambton worms hiding in the woodwork. That's what they're doing. I know them. I know what they're up to. And I know who's doing it as well. Yes. Hang on a minute. Keep that noise down. Sorry, I didn't mean this to be a Paul McCartney concert. And Mr. Mayo's ears has got to be ringing when he comes out of that gig. He might die at that gig if the noise is too much and he's eating a big hot dog. And he might, hey, Tom, I don't feel too good. Can you give me a medic? And that would be that. And Paul McCartney would have killed you. And you'd never even met him. Just having a smoke, you know. No, Marty, there is no right or wrong to this whole damned affair. There is no right or wrong to it. All we can do is silently protest. And here we go. You can have this one now. Come on.
I wish I was a spaceman, the fastest guy alive. I'd fly you around the universe.
Here we go. Have I got North by Northwest? No. Oh no, it didn't work, did it, that one? You see, retrospective thought is a wonderful thing, but like I said, he could have said, now, he's had years to think about that, and he could say, well, perhaps I should have said, I've just come from Easter Island to see you. Now, that would have pricked up Paul McCartney's interest and thought, hang on a minute, Easter Island? Isn't that where the big stone things come from? And then all of a sudden it was, tell me about your life. Can I tell you about my life? He made two big mistakes. So he went along with Joan, and Joan is a fanatic nutcase. And he thought that he would have a better chance of getting close to Paul McCartney. Well, Joan flung herself at Paul McCartney's limo and tried to give him a book of kisses and cuddles. This is my scrapbook of how much I want to have sex with you, Paul McCartney. And he picked it up and he threw it in her face. And he saw that Mr. Mayo was hanging around with her. And he thought, right, that's it. They're part of a gang. And then he said, he's terrible. I've just come from Canada. Why not just say, oh, I've come from fucking Washington, D.C. to see you? Further away, isn't it? But no, he just thought, oh, bleh, be a lazy arse and not even think of a good thing to say when I see Paul McCartney. Paul, listen, my auntie's dying and she lives on Easter Island. Please help me. Please, if you sign this autograph for her, she'll send you kisses on the bottom. But no, he fucked it up. But like I said, he's got the rest of his life to regret that. And that's what the big problem is at the moment. This is where he could die, because being a postman is a lifetime of regret. Because you do think, it's like I said, because the money's all right and because you can make more money if you need more money, then you sort of think to yourself, well, I don't really have to look for another job because it's safe here and the pension's good. But you're also sort of thinking, this is why I did two things, and then I fucked off and just did one thing because I thought, I can't handle this. This is not a job for a man like me. But it is. But if you wanted to write a book or do something creative, it is a good job because you can do that in the afternoon if you could stay awake that long, or you can do other courses to better yourself and you're getting a good wage while you're doing it. But like I said, he's losing 5 miles a day now, 5 miles a day, and this is a terrible toll on a person's health. Like I said, think about that. Think about it. 15 years already. What, since Kenny Loggins started talking about flowers in the dirt, or what? Now, I know you're going to enjoy this song. This will make you feel better, everyone. So, talking about Mr. Mayo's health, we're going to send Donald Pleasance and Raquel Welch in a little submarine into his body and find out exactly what the situation is. Yeah, Royal Mail, Christ. Oh, wasn't he handsome, David Essex, eh?
Too much more than a pretty face. It's so strange the way he talks.
It's a disgrace. Hey, Vinyl Day, I bet you've got all his albums, haven't you? Alvin Stardust as well.
But I don't care how cold you are. I'm coming home soon. I'm gonna make you a star. Well, he said he's into his music, but I don't believe it. He just doesn't seem to understand the rock media. Well, I know I'm not super.
Well, this is the point I'm making, Jimmy Nicol. My record collection, and I'm really pleased that technology has given me the opportunity to be here with my record collection, as I said earlier, which could fit in a keyhole. I mean, it's wonderful. It is beautiful. Yes, and I've got backup files as well. So I've got all this music. Whenever I want it, I can just take it here, take it there. I don't have to go get this album cover and lick it. And bear in mind, I had all the albums once, and I know it's a wonderful thing going out to buy an album. It's great picking it up. It's even better when I was buying second-hand albums, and I'd get like this when I got the Ringo second-hand. And I was amazed because I'd had the MFP album, which had nothing in it, because it's MFP. But the original had a booklet with Klaus Voortrekker and all the illustrations. I thought that was brilliant. And also other things I used to get free in these things. And I thought, wow. It was good times. But not anymore, you know. I mean, I've got a computer screen and I've got this music collection the size of a keyhole. So all I have to do now is put it on the screen. My entire photo collection, I used to have loads of photo albums. Now, what's left of my photos, because I used to do a bit of photography. I had a really good camera. And that was back in the day when I was doing the film processing, and of course I could develop everything myself. But the thing, and get models around as well and everything. I could show you some of those photos, but a lot of them got destroyed. But I have put the rest of them on file and online. So private, of course, not for your eyes, but for my eyes. So they're safe, but every time I want to look at them in any place in the world on a computer, I don't have to carry a photo album around with me or a photo of my loved ones. I can just go online and look at all the photos I want. Everything, all the music I want to listen to, all the films I want to watch. It's just a tip tap away. Not even, I'll just look through my record collection. Have you seen my Gone with the Wind anywhere? No, none of that. It's on here. I know it's on here. I just got to know where this thing is. And like I said, I've learned my lesson because of the vacuum cleaner incident, where my entire record collection, and I've still got to replace some of those sounds, was tragically sucked up and emptied into a bin before anything, before the crime was realised. Anyway, let's get some more. You like this one? I like this one. Yeah, but Jimmy Nicol, it's still not very good, though, is it? It's not that good.
Another sad summer song. I've been thinking about you, girl, all night long.
Oh, there he is. There he is, guest of honor, former Vinyl Nerd president. You are still Vinyl Nerd president, aren't you? Yeah, but you're not Vinyl Nerd anymore. Yeah, you're not Vinyl Nerd, but you are Vinyl Nerd president. Yeah. We've just been talking about the health risks for Mr. Mayo's retirement. We said he's missing 30 miles a week at the moment. Every day he's missing out 5 miles a day, and he works 6 days a week. If he's like a British postman. Well, I'm afraid to say our present Vinyl Nerd 2022 is proving to be quite a tough customer. I asked him, and I'm sorry if you think I'm being childish talking about this, everybody, because I've already mentioned it, but I asked him 3 times if he's going to send me the Grand Dude soundtrack, and he said no. And he's even given me a link to Amazon to buy it myself. What kind of a wanker is that? He's got the music, he don't want to share it with me. Well, I'll tell you what, your stuff, your prizes, Andrew Dixon, if you're out there listening, your prizes, and I'm sorry for it to be tied up, we cannot forfeit them because I don't think that's legal under international law. However, what I can do is put them into custody for the next 2 years, so you can't claim them for another 2 years. So bullshit to you, Andrew Dixon. If you want your bits and pieces, you can't have them till 2025. How about that? Notice I didn't say 2024 because I'm actually rounding it off to 2025. So you've got to wait even longer. So listen, when you want to be a smart arse, mate, I can be a smart arse too. Yeah, trading goods. Anyway, let's get on with the good music. Oh, by the way, questions will be answered today. So if you've got any questions fit to be tied, I've been given a few minutes of grace from my wife. She's in a good mood with me because I made a Hunter's chicken. I wanted to make mashed potato with it, but sadly I had to give her chips with it, which upsets me because chips is cheating, isn't it? Chips is cheating. Oh, unless it's fish and chips, you would not have mashed potato with a nice piece of cod in batter. No way, no way. Well, listen, I mean, I said something in my stream the other day about he's got to watch out because he will die. His arteries will fur up. And he's making a fuss about eating a salad. And I know that is a sad thing to do. And I thought, but at least you're doing something about it. But then what the worry is about the overweight person is what they're doing behind closed doors. That's where most of the disturbing behavior happens. Well, I've heard the story. It's a pretty non-starter. It's one of those. Can you write me a book if I give you £1,000 sort of things? Well, he will. He'll end up like Dr. Kananga. And the reason, like I said, he knows now. I think he knows that he's got to make up those 30 miles a week. We don't have to think about that, but he does. He decided to stick with that job. He's got to keep up the level of fitness. And yeah, I know that sounds like a contradiction, but no, he had to keep up a level of fitness where he could walk. I don't know where he lives, whether it's all flat round there or whether it's hills, but he might have to do apartments or blocks of flats or things like that, or just annoying staircases. You know, an A flat and B flat. One flight of stairs is still a flight of stairs to climb up. So he hasn't got that worry anymore. But at the same time, he's thinking, oh, I'm having a great time sitting on my arse all day. But he's getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning still, I betcha. And getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, what you're going to do? You're going to start. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I start having a drink. Sometimes, you know, I think, oh, I'll get a bit drunk, and then I'll have a bowl of cornflakes about 9 o'clock. But he's not gonna be touching the booze. He's got to be starting on the cornflakes. Then he's going to be on the Pop-Tarts. Then he's going to be on the fucking what's those things? Quakers fucking dog meat. And he'll be drinking copious amounts of coffee. And what's that stuff? Sunny Delight as well. He'll be drinking gallons of Sunny Delight. And then, oh, what time's the record shop open? 9 o'clock usually. Oh, I know. What can I do? Because it's now 7:30. I've got to get down there for 9 o'clock. I've got an hour and a half. Takes me 20 minutes to walk down there. But then I've got an hour outside the door. But just across the road, they've got a Gus's world famous fried chicken. Maybe I'll have one of their Gus's breakfast burgers. Is that all you require, sir? Did you say you get 3 extra slices of chicken for no extra charge if you buy the coffee? Okay, I'll do that too. And before you know it, you've lost 5 miles, but you've gained 5 stone. Anyway, let's put some more music on. Enough of this. You know, and if you're out there listening, Mr. Mayor, this is a warning to you and some helpful advice. It's not completely bitchy, just a little bit bitchy. All right, here we go. Boogie Fever, especially for you. Like this one. Yeah. Well, anyway, just because. Anyway, listen, Fit to be Tied Up. Have you seen? Yeah, this is another thing. Is the Talk More Talk turning into the Plastic Ono band? You know, it can be whatever you want it to be because they just seem to be putting different people in there all the time now. And also, Mr. Mayo said that he's abolishing the Fab Gab. Well, I'm not going to say anything rude about it. I'm just going to say it's abolished. But one of the last guests he had on there was this real Christopher Biggins, but Christopher Biggins without a personality person. And now he's going to start a new show with this bloke as well. And I thought, well, that's going to get the crowds coming back. Honestly, you might as well said, yeah, I'm going to get you're going to get Danny DeVito on there. All right, let's get to the good bit.
I need to know. Here I go.
I bet he hates Subway. Do you get Subway in America? I'm sure it's an American idea. Can I have that? Can I have that with pastrami? Oh, listen. You know, sometimes Melinda is secretly listening. So this is for you, Melinda. And listen, if I had my tuxedo and my red stripy tie, I'd be knocking on your door with my Astra, and I'd say, come on, hop in, I'm going to take you out dancing tonight, Melinda. Put your red dress on and your red dancing shoes. Oh, yes.
You make me feel like dancing. I wanna dance the night away. You make me feel like dancing. I wanna dance the night away. You make me feel like dancing. I feel like
Dancing.
dancing. Dance the night away. I feel like dancing, dancing.
I've got a question for all you people listening, and you at home as well. Listen, are you a Beatles expert or a fair weather Beatle fan? Let me know in your answers, please.
Just hold me tight, believe I'm alive. 'Cause I don't wanna go home. Just follow me right where you want me to be. You make me feel like dancing. I wanna dance the night away. You make me feel like dancing. I wanna dance the night away.
Okay, brilliant, wasn't it, eh? See, it's a balancing act because I want to go to the 80s, but I've got to think about Fit to Be Tie-Dyed. I don't want to move too far into the 70s, you know, but it's hard because I'm the late 70s man, you know what I mean? You've got to meet me in the middle here. Oh, here he is at last. It's Kim Philby is in the house. Yeah. Here Richard, we still haven't got to the bottom of who did the dirty deed on Rachel. Do you think it was a combination of your mum, John Winston's mum, and perhaps the Waxed? Who knows? Oh, all right then, Martin McGrath, you're an expert. So no, because you could be on the Wikipedia as we speak, or the Tom Hunyadi website, getting the answers as we speak. So I'm not going to ask you a bullshit question. Anyway, Beatle quizzes bore the tits out of me. You don't have to answer questions for me to know if you're a Beatle expert or not. We know who's fucking blagging it. And I'll tell you what, how someone can spend 40 years, I'm not mentioning any names, somebody can spend 40 years of his life talking about the Beatles and not know fuck all about the music. Oh yeah, Richard, what do you think about the Thriller 40 then? There's not a lot I can say about that, but I don't think it's going to be celebrated very much. Cindy, well, let me tell you something. I'll tell you the way it's going to be, Richard. I know Michael Jackson was never accused in his lifetime or convicted in his lifetime of wrongdoing, but I'm afraid to say, you know, there's twists and turns in human nature, and people, we all know that Prince Andrew was up to no good, and we've judged him as guilty. And there's nothing anybody in the world can do to unjudge him. Now, the same with Michael Jackson, we have now all judged him as guilty. Now, supposing I'm one of those GMTV, which is like early morning TV in Britain, it's very light-hearted. It's like, you know, it's just silly things. Oh, today we're going to cook a cake, and then we're going to talk about the news, and then we're going to talk about Boris Johnson's hair, and we've got a footballer's wife to come in and talk about some bullshit. It's like, you know, this was the show that actually Heather Mills chose to go on to tell about Paul. You know, it's not exactly Panorama. But the thing is, I've lost my train of thought. Oh, no, the thing is, would you be an early morning TV show and say, do you know what? It's actually 40 years ago that Thriller was, no TV company is going to take that on board. Nobody could celebrate that. So it's going to be very difficult for the record companies to celebrate that either. So this is a problem, isn't it? Very sad. And I'm sad that we're not going to hear The Girl Is Mine, because that is also in disgrace as well. Well, yeah, but what could they do? They couldn't make it a big heavy box set with like an iron grid on it and saying, you know, all the bits and pieces. Because what about if it doesn't sell? What about if that many of the fans, because where are the fans now? You know what I mean? They've all disappeared. They've all gone quiet. After saying, oh, you're all talking bollocks, they've all of a sudden admitted, yeah, perhaps. Same with Jimmy Savile. Nobody believed it. Oh, they're just after money, all this kind of thing. But all of a sudden, overnight, everyone just accepted Jimmy Savile was a pervert. Another man that wasn't convicted, but we know now. Oh, anyway, you'll like this one. You'll like this one. Look, I'm not playing all of it either. You give me. Oh yeah, what a song, eh? See, this is a good one. This is a good one. No, actually, not a good one for a wedding, because it's like a couple who've been married for a while, isn't it? Yeah. We come. Oh yeah. No. We want happy. Well, you know, the same thing happened with somebody the same age as me, and I grew up with Gary Glitter. We thought he was brilliant, and this was one of the cases where he just didn't believe it. The guy, he was a friend of mine. He just said no. He said, "Well, it depends who you want to believe, doesn't it?" And I thought, well, why wouldn't he be a pervert? You know, and it turned out most of the people of that generation, they just took it as perfectly natural to be with 12-year-old girls. It was different age, but you know, people have got to pay for that now. Serves them right. So the big Mayo weigh-in. So, Mr. Mayo, what you've got to do is every week you've got to weigh in, and starting from tonight, get on those scales, no cheating. Tell us what you weigh right now, and we're going to watch you Mayo's health check once a week, right? And next Friday you're going to get back on them scales, and you're going to say what you did or you didn't do, depending on the fluctuation of the weight. If you've lost pounds, you get rewarded with claps and cheers. If you put weight on, we want to know why and what you're going to do about it next week. Because remember, 5 miles a day. 5 miles a day. That's serious. That's serious. I'd be really worried about that. Bad music. And just to let you know, I'd give the same advice to Kenny Loggins. All right, this is for you. Fit to be tie-dyed because you need recuperation. I'm trying to be gentle with him because I know he's been sick, been a sickly man. But it's all right. Imagine that your bed was floating in the sky all the way to the US Virgin Islands, and he was landing all nice in St Thomas, and there's all banana trees and those red and green parrots all hanging around, and even a blue one, and they're all looking at you and swaying, and you say, "Give me some music," and you click your fingers, and a black man comes out with like a Walkman, and he said, "What would you like, sir?" And you say, "Give me some Cat Stevens." But for the time being, I'm going to listen to the Pina Colada song. Now go fetch me a Pina Colada. When was the last time you watched Weekend at Bernie's, Vinyl Dale? Session musician. Well, this is the problem we have with academics, is that they've got no humour. You know what I mean? They get angry. Oh, this is taking the mickey out of music. No, you've got to lighten up sometimes. Not to the English tea level, but this kind of thing is perfectly acceptable. If my granny likes it, then you should like it. At least the Americans were sensible enough to get it to number 1. Oh, by the way, I've got some scandalous new news that, you know, Womack's book did not report on with his 1980 most shittest book I've ever read in my life. By the way, I didn't buy it. I read it online. So John puts the rubbish out August the 8th. Yeah, I mean, the build-up was just stupendous. But listen up. Listen up. There was this infamous story, you know, one of the legends was he felt like Superman when he was steering that ship in a storm to Bermuda. You know, the captain was dying, everything. And well, listen, I'm going to shoot that one out of the water, but not today because I ain't got fucking time, because I'm listening to the Pina Colada song. Listen, I'm actually sorry, Mr. Mayor, if you're listening to this, just take it on the chin, all right? Take it on the chin, because we're worried about you. We're worried about you. We don't want a dead Mr. Mayor. That's all. So you've got to keep eating salads, tough shit. And you've got to do that 5 miles a day or you're fucked. I knew a smile in an instant. I knew the curve of we want to, in fact, we want you to do 10 miles a day on that walkie-walkie machine. And I'll tell you what, we want to see Cyborg Mayo at the end of it. We want to see Rocky Mayo. Rocky Mayo. And the feel of the ocean and the taste of champagne. If you like making love at midnight. And another thing, you look like Ron Jeremy. Start acting like Ron Jeremy. Yeah, well, do you know what made me laugh the other day? I don't know if you saw it, but he's such a narcissist that he got all of his sycophants on the show to say what a wonderful man he was. Now, what a regular guy would have done was just like just say, I've done this for 10 years and wait for other people to put this tribute up. But no, he's probably said, listen, if you all want to do a tribute for me, then I'm going to put it on my show. How about that? My fans, he calls it. My fans, eh? What an ego. What an ego. I'll tell you what, God will destroy you if you carry on like this. We know, don't we? We might be academics fit to be tie-dyed, but we're also living in the fear of the unknown, of the gods that created this earth, and we don't know about that shit. Do you know what I mean? There is an unknown to this planet, to all the planets, to the universe. What the fuck is beyond it? What's holding it all up? These are questions we cannot answer. Anyway, here we go. Choo-choo. Bloody Europeans. Did you see I turned up on Doc Docus's channel last night for about a minute. It would have been better if Richie Dolan had been on there though. You know, trouble is, Richie, where are we? Is he still there? I'll tell him to his face. I'll tell him to his face. But if he's not here, I won't say nothing. You are my candy girl. Oh, stop ruining all the songs. Here we go, a bit of Arthur's theme. That'll cheer me right up. We're going for Happy tonight, fit to be tie-dyed. I've had a bit of black dog because of a couple of things, you know. We all got to live with, you know, apart from this stupid game we call the Vinyl Nerd Community, there is real life to be lived out there, and some of it is pretty horrible at the moment for some, and you know, without getting into too much details, one has to remember that this is a game. This is TV and it's total silliness. But it's true. a large collection of shrink wrap. All fit to be tie-dyed, you know. I did the Vinyl Nerd Million Sellers the other day. Well, tragically, because you in protest took all your videos down, which was a terrible crime. It was like when the IRA burnt the four courts. Those records were lost forever. Do you know what I mean? And I just hope that you didn't pull down your own temple just for people like Mr. Mayo upsetting you and stuff. It's the artistic temperament. I know it's the artistic temperament. I know. I was there at the beginning. It was happier times. It was happier times. But look, it does change though, doesn't it? You knew it was going to become corporate. How long did you think it was going to go on like that? Like, how long did you think Facebook was going to stay like what it was at the beginning? Facebook was great at the beginning. You only got to talk to the posh girls because they were the only ones with computers. Oh, fair dues. Oh, you see, look, there's a sensible man who backs up his files. Well, thank God for that. But we couldn't put you down as one of the million sellers because of it. Or actually, Richie Dolan was the most confusing one. I mean, it was facts and figures everywhere. It's awful. So he got left off. One day, fit to be tie-dyed, you will make a return. You will make a return to the world of the expert, because you are an expert. Do you know what I mean? My dad always told me, and he was a carpenter, a master craftsman. And do you know what he told me? He says, there's Chip and Dale and there's Chip and Dale. You're crazy. Well, no, because he's gone up to a higher level. Do you know, he's actually learned something from this whole business, that you cannot talk about these stupid albums round and round in a fucking circle. You know what I mean? There has to be a stop point. And if a remix comes out, he'll give you his expert opinion on there. But, you know, what's the point in being part of this fucking hamster wheel? Because that's what they're, I mean, Mr. Mayo said he's changing from Fab Gab to a different name. But all it is, it's a different name and it's the same bullshit. He's going to get 2 or 3 people and they're going to talk about what their favourite songs are on there, and they're going to say something scandalous. And you know what? We've heard it 2 billion million times. You got, you know, if there was people debating the Beatles as we know them today in 2022, and things moved on a little bit, and people started saying, "Well, hang on a minute, Paul can't sing. John Lennon cannot release any more compilation albums because it's not right. Ringo can't sing anymore. He's taking the piss. George Harrison estate is taking the piss." But people aren't, are they? Even though the Beatles themselves I bet all of you lot out there don't even fucking play the Beatles anymore. I bet, you know, you talk about the Let It Be, but I bet it was just a skim through, perhaps one listen all the way through, but that was that. Never again. How many times have you watched the Get Back since you saw that bullshit? And if you say you've seen it more than 3 times, you're a nutter. Total fucking nutter. Wait a minute. Well, what do you think about, you know, when I was trying to expose the way that Billy Joe Crane was being treated? Yeah, you see, look, fans. Anyway, let me listen to a bit of this wonderful Hall & Oates, because call me shallow, but my older sister used to love Hall & Oates. And, you know, I used to hear it coming out of her bedroom. And in the end, you know, once I was, because we used to have hair dryers in them days, and I used to go, and I'd be listening outside because there's a big long mirror outside her bedroom, and she'd be playing all of her La Freak de Chic, you know, that kind of stuff. But she'd also be playing the Hall & Oates, and I was drawn to this song. I thought, wow, this is great. No, TJR he's prolific video maker. Prolific. I can't keep up with his videos half the time. But I shudder to think. If I get enough time this weekend, I'll fucking watch it. Oh, God. Do you think that TJR gets so many viewers because he looks like a rock star? Answer yes or no below. Exactly. All right, this is for Tom Hunyati, because I know you're out there watching. Unless you're doing one of your bland shows with your army of zombies. Honestly, Ray Harryhausen couldn't do a better job than these people that are turning up. It's like Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger when you get your crowd together, Tom. Minotaur. Another British invader that was left to die on the street.
I'm telling you now, I'm telling you right away, I'll be staying for many a day. I'm in love with you now. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, listen, Fit to Be Tie-Dyed, are you still there? I've got a special song for you. A little bit before your time, but I'm sure you'll respect and appreciate it. And I'm sure the rest of the 27 of you will love this song. Because I love it. It reminds me of a happier time. I wasn't there when it came out, but I was born the same year. Here we go.
Give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train.
No. Box stops now.
I don't care how much money I gotta spend. Got to get back to my baby again.
Oh, yes. That's it. Let's advertise that letter. Brilliant, isn't it? Letter says you couldn't live without me no more. Sorry, I can't get the voice right. I'm sorry, I'm about to choke. Back to my baby one more. Anyway, yeah. You betcha it was. But this is worth a whole Wildlife album, isn't it? Eh? And a couple of B-sides thrown in. It is. It's a fucking good song. Airplane, ain't got time to take a fast train. I'm going home. Letter. Great, brilliant. Well, that's a tribute to you, Fit to Be Tie-Dyed. Yes. He's having his holiday this year through the tunnel of Mont Blanc. You see, this is an intelligent man holiday, an academic holiday, not fucking Disney World. 5 miles a day, Mr. Mayo. 5 miles a day. 5 miles a day. You gotta walk.
But how do you thank someone?
No, we can't have this.
Taking you from crayons to perfume. Is it?
Now, I know you all wanted this, so you've got to get it. All right. I'll have one more joint and I'm going. I don't want to outstay my welcome.
To be in the sky, well, that's what you are. I never leave home with a brand new car.
With glasses. You're dead right there, Vinyl Dale, sir. There was too much good stuff in 68, wasn't there? Brilliant stuff. 68, 69, my favourite years, I think. Did it for music in general, you know. To me tonight, bring the side. Taking the string in my Oh, I bet he got it on Record Store Day. Oh, see you, Marty. See you, Marty. Oh, it's Vinyl Rich. I thought you was Vinyl Dale for a minute. Does he like it? Well, we can't accuse him of appalling taste, can we? Because he does like the Beatles. I mean, you know, just because he likes every single fucking song. I think the worst thing that he's doing at the moment is trying to be a Kiss fan just to please Melinda. She can tell a natural Kiss man. She can. Come to me tonight. Come to me tonight. I take a look at the side. I take the strings in my hand. I'm afraid, Vinyl Richie, that you just missed Marty McGrath. All right, now listen, we're going to get serious with music around here. Yeah. Because I'll tell you what, I bet you knew just how I knew about your plans to make me blue. Oh. Everybody say goodbye to Marty. Marty's not a double agent like Richie Dolan. He's just an independent-minded person, so let him go. He's allowed to pass. Allow that man to pass. Oh, for God's sakes, no, we're not having this free advertising for the Rolling Stones fans. Even the vinyl president has to be shut down sometimes. How can we talk about that terrible live concert in the same breath as we're listening to fucking Heard It Through the Grapevine? Hold inside. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. We want new comments quickly. Nothing too controversial though. Well, don't worry, we'll sort that out. Because we know you like this one. I like this one actually. I'm sorry to say that, and it is terrible. It is awful, I know. Forgive me. Forgive me.
This guy.
Ooh.
This guy.
Just give me a few seconds with the song, all right?
Yes, I'm in love. Who looks at you the way I do when you smile?
All right.
Get up in the morning, sleeping.
We're back on the island story. We're in a safe area now, everybody. The island story is here. We're safe.
Get up in the morning,
I've only got one Bobby Whitlock song, and you ain't gonna hear it because he's fucking awful. Honestly, I don't know. You 70s people, Christ. And I'll tell you something else. I don't want to put you off Bobby Whitlock, but he is first world problems. He's not of any importance in today's changing world. So I'm sorry, Bobby, but he knows he's had his. Anyway, I don't want to be rude about Bobby because, for Christ's sake, we're all fighting a horrible fight at the moment. God's sakes, let's go.
I don't want to end up like Bonnie and Clyde. After a song, there must be a calling. In a farm, you sound your alarm.
Oh, can I just ask you a vital question fit to be tie-dye? Because I don't think Coco's watching us tonight. But you know when you recorded Bobby's infamous reaction to the All Things Must Pass remix? Well, did you listen to what I said? Because I predicted that he was going to take that down really quickly as soon as he sobered up, or you know, got off his crack cocaine or whatever he's taking. Or did you think to yourself, I've got to do this because I know he's going to take it down, and you knew yourself he was going to? Or did you think that my wisdom told you to record it quickly? Because I did say to the people, record it now because he will take it down. I would have liked that answer, but if you don't want to tell me, you don't have to. I mean, leave that place blank. Leave that space blank and leave the Brighton Pavilion alone because it looks like a curry house. All right, now we're going to get my dad. My dad likes to sing, but we love him, don't we? We love Steve Winwood. He wasn't forced to take it down. That's bullshit. Now you're doing propaganda. He wasn't forced to take it down. He took it down because he fucking sobered up. That's why he took it down. Oh, God. I hate... Honestly, you're all at it. You're all at it. Well, listen, I know this song is a bit naff, but I like it. Remember, we're on the magic carpet, fit to be tie-dyed. We've been transported to the island of blue dolphins, turtles that let you swim on their back, and black people serving cocktails to you. And we're listening to Steve Winwood. Are you going to be grumpy? Me neither. There are sometimes paradise has to be in your head. No, remember there was total silence from certain quarters, total silence. It was as if they was desperate to get an interview with him, but they weren't paying, because he's not Lawrence Juba cheap. I think he's a bit more expensive, and he also, because I think Coco demands ridiculous prices for him. All right, well, we know that Fit to be Tie-Dyed must respect this song. Otherwise, he's not the academic that I thought he was. Too quiet, that one, isn't it? You want the Stones, you'll get the Stones. Classic album section. Real. All right, you're going to get a few seconds of this because I don't usually test the Stones, but I'll test them for a few seconds. Their best song ever. Their best song. I wouldn't want to listen to it with Danny though. She'd cut my heart out. She would. She'd slice my heart out in front of me. Don't encourage these mad women, Manson women. Sorry, I can't leave it on, you know why. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, well, this is the problem. This is, you know, not being a fantasist, but, you know, I mean, this is the dilemma, isn't it? I mean, because you think to yourself, well, look, those big wobbly things is looking at me. I want to get my hands on them. But you think there's a price to pay for that. And I also said that this girl who come from Colombia, but she was like conquistadora, you know, she was Spanish more than anything else. But anyway, we used to talk dirty on the internet together on Facebook. You know, remember they used to do that thing. Anyway, look, we used to talk dirty to each other, and I'd just say, look, can you? I noticed in your photographs that you're quite a large lady on the top. I said, would you mind? And she said, well, how much do you want to see them? And I used to tell her stories about how I'd come in through her bedroom with a mask on and, you know, like rape her and everything. And you know, I mean, girls love that kind of thing. They love the unknown assassin. That's why they all love Ted Bundy. So I used to give her all that. And then, you know, one day I turned around and I said to her, and she said, you and your talks are giving me all trouble with my husband. And I said, well, listen, I said, the problem is, I said, a woman with a pair of knocks like yours was not meant for one man. And this is the horrible reality. She wasn't, you know, there was supposed to be more than one pair of hands touching. But anyway, look, that sounds sexist, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And she knew it in the end. Oh, look, he knows. He knows. and there's a price to be paid to handle those golden nuggets. Like I said, she's a fucking weirdo. So anyway, listen, so all you can do is close your eyes and imagine it, can't you? But not the cutting the heart out piece. Song. It was a good song. Anyway, let's get rid of these soundtracks because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wee woo, wee woo. Wee woo, wee woo. You like this? You like this? I bet you've got this one, Dale, haven't you? Bet you got this one, Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie, vinyl. I bet you never heard that before. Why didn't you bow at the Temple of Mayo, Lionel Richie? Huh? We don't encourage independent thinkers around here. You like this, like this. You're dead right there, mister. Dead right there. Turn the cartwheels across the floor. Oh, I love this song. My mum loves it too. I was feeling kind of seasick. Oh, yeah. The crowd called out for more. The room was humming harder as the ceiling flew away. Oh yeah, what a great song that is, eh? All right, anyway, enough. Where is Dolan? Is he left us? Just to change the mood totally here. I can't hang around for much longer because my wife has only got so much patience before she will snap. So, You know what I mean? Wee in a jar. But we can all enjoy a bit of Irene Cara before we all part ways tonight. Before we meet at the midway to hang us, the guilty man.
In a world made of steel, made of stone.
Now, listen, I've never had to worry about my weight or anything in my life, but can I just ask a question? Because, you know, there seems to be a lot of talk about salad dressing. I mean, it's not good enough to eat the salad because a lot of people, apparently a lot of people put salad dressing on. The salad dressing is worse than having a bowl of chips, apparently. But I say to you, people out there, listen, if you're eating a salad, have a fucking salad dressing on there, because that is so boring what you're eating. Anyway, let's get on with this song and we'll get to the end of the show, and ta-ta for you all.
Wrap around, take a hold of my heart. What a feeling, keep believing. I can't believe I'm dancing for my life. Take your passion and make it happen. It does come alive, you can never do your life.
Now listen, I'm going to finish the show on a song that always makes me laugh. And if anybody knows my story, they'll know why it makes me laugh. So we're going to finish on this, and good night to you all, dear friends.
Don't need to love it.